Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel. My name is Zahara and I just want to say nice to meet you all. So I wanted to take the time to introduce myself and tell you a little bit about my journey and how we got here and what I want to create with this new channel, what I want to share, why I want to share. But yeah, so as far as like what's to expect, sorry if I get a little distracted, but my dogs are right here and they think I'm talking to them. So there's one. So this is Bean. Hello Bean. Look how cute he is. So Bean is a Yorkie. Oh, there we got another one. And this is Frida. So Frida is the pug. She's a girl and Bean is a boy. Frida loves to overpower Bean, so he's gone. But yeah, so as far as my channel, I just want a place to share my journey. As we all started 2020, we all had the hopes that this was our year. We were gonna accomplish all these things, which I mean, if you did, like, you a real one, because 2020 has been rough, and I feel if you are surviving and just pushing through, like, you're thriving. Like, as long as you're getting through 2020, your mental health is healthy, you're being respectful and considerate of other people, as far as like wearing your mask and just being conscious of not like doing what you're not supposed to be doing. Let's just say that. But as far as what brought me here, before 2020, I was always commuting and working. I had my full-time job. I have worked in the cosmetic industry for 10 years. I've worked at MAC. I worked at Sephora. I've worked as a coordinator for Anastasia. So I've been busy just like building my career and just like getting ahead and working hard. And I always wanted, like, I'm the kind of person that when I do a job or anything in particular, it has to fill my bucket. Like, I just don't want to have a job to make the money. Like, yes, money is very important, and I'm very driven to creating a wealthy and like sustainable and stable lifestyle for me. But I also work really hard to be emotionally stable as well. So what I mean by that is, like, I work as hard materialistically to get ahead, but I also love to do the self-love and like heal myself from like generational traumas or anything in particular. So I like to work on my mental health. So I believe in being grateful. I believe in being happy. I believe in manifesting. All of those things. So when I do a job, I always want to be able to help other people as well. So it also has to fill my bucket and make me feel like I'm making an impact. Which I feel cosmetic industry always did that for me, especially being in management. I was able to develop artists and like get them promoted, or like doing makeup on my clients and making them feel like beautiful. Was always very rewarding to me. But 2020, when it started, I was just kind of stuck in like the commuting life and just doing a job because like it was a job. But I think like I loved my job, don't get me wrong, but driving 15 hours a week was getting to be a lot. Not only was I working full-time, but then I was like driving 15 hours in at the same time, like not knowing I was dealing with like cancer. Let's just put it out there. So, which leads me to why I want to create this channel. You know, I was always so busy doing my makeup life and just working in the industry and being in the field and all of these things. And I remember always mentioning to my friends, like, I want to create a channel. Like, I want to do tutorials. I want to do, I love decorating. I love upcycling things. I'm very savvy with my finances. So I just wanted to create like a lifestyle platform just to share anything I'm doing, anything I'm experiencing, share any tips and tricks on anything. All of my friends are always saying like, Zahara, you're so good at this. Zahara, you're so good at that. Like, why don't you make a blog? And I've always told my friends like, I want to have a channel. I want to have a channel. And it's been literally probably 10 years since like YouTube started. Was it like 2010 or 2012? It's been a while, and I was like, I want to do a channel. I just never found the time to do so. And now that we're here quarantine, we have nothing else to do. I'm healing from having cancer, and I've had so 2020 was the year for me to heal, to get through cancer. So as far as my cancer, I was diagnosed with stage 3C uterine cancer in January. Well, it was like January 29th or something like that. So let's just say February. My cancer was a returning cancer. When I was 24, I had a large tumor attached to my uterus on the outside. When I had cancer the first time, it was benign when they went ahead and removed it. But later on, when they actually dissected the tumor, it ended up being malignant. As far as like treatment, the first time I will have to look up what it's called, but essentially what it was is that they go inside your uterus, they put you to sleep, and they go inside your uterus, and they just like scrape the walls and everything on the inside of it, so that your body will flush everything out, in hopes of removing all cancerous cells or anything that might have been left behind that could have been cancerous. So that's what I had done the first time. I then later went to have MRIs, and everything came back fine. I did not do my job of following up and making sure that everything was okay. So here we are. I am now 32, and cancer tends to return every 7 to 8 years, and mine came back very aggressively. And unfortunately, the cancer that I had is considered a dormant cancer, so it doesn't have symptoms until it has advanced a lot. So I found out in January. So this whole year of the pandemic, I've been dealing with cancer, so I found out I had cancer. And then in March, I had debunking surgery. So what that means is that they go inside and they remove all of the cancer, or as much as they can. Unfortunately for me, they were able to remove all of it. My cancer had metastasized to my stomach, and it had taken over a lot of my lymph nodes. So when I had surgery in March, I had a full hysterectomy. I also had the inside of my stomach, like the fat tissue that lines the walls of your stomach, I had that removed. I had my appendix removed. I believe I had around 55 lymph nodes removed in my groin area. I also had a tumor removed. So in total, when I did have surgery, I had around 30 pounds of surgery removed. So yeah, it was a lot. So I had that done in March. So then after that, I had to do chemo. So before you do chemo, they recommend that you get a port installed. So what the port is, mine is on this side. You can't really see it unless like you touch it. It's a device that is connected to your main vein. And the reason why they recommend that you get that is because when you go to chemo, they do infusions. And what an infusion is like, it's an IV. So you can either get the port installed, and then when you go to chemo, they will just install it into your port. Or you can get an IV every time you go get chemo. So the benefit of having the port is that they have a quick access into connecting you to the IV. When you do IVs through your hands, after doing so many rounds of chemo, you tend to swell up and your veins tend to shrink. So then it makes it a lot harder for them to find your veins. So then, excuse me, you can be getting poked and poked and poked. So they recommend you get a port. So I had my port placed at the end of April, so that was a surgery as well. They have to put you out, and it was mid-pandemic, so I had to get the COVID test, and it was kind of like when that test was first coming out and they were like swabbing your fucking brain. So yeah, that sucked. But after I had my port placed, I started chemo. So I started chemo in May. I don't remember exactly what date, but I believe it was like the 8th or something like that. But it was early May when I started my chemo. I completed 4.5 months of chemo, which was 6 rounds. My rounds consisted of a 8-day cycle, which was 2 sittings, so day 1 and day 8. And then after I completed my chemo, I have now completed radiation. And now I just wait. So to say the least, I've been through a lot, which has pushed me to finally do my channel. I feel like someone out there, like whoever you may be, if you have been diagnosed with cancer, just know that it's okay. It will be hard, and be prepared, because I just got teary-eyed just thinking about it. But just know that God, the universe, whoever you believe in, has your back. And just stay positive. I would recommend to join either like Facebook groups or reach out to family and friends that you know that have been going through it, because unfortunately cancer is so common now that they're going to be your biggest support system. So for me, I reached out to a lot of my friends and family, some of my friends' dads, or some of my friends like mom or like relatives had gone through chemo, and they were able to like provide some information and also like things to expect, and just also to know that it was going to be okay. Me personally, getting through chemo and all of the treatments that I have done, I would recommend that you stay off Google. Don't start being your own doctor, because that can go down the rabbit hole. So don't do that. But if you need someone, or if you have any questions, feel free to like message me or DM me. I will put my Instagram here. I am here for you, and I want to tell you that it's gonna be okay. Like, I am here. I have had major surgery. Like, they opened my whole abdominal. I have had chemo. I have been through radiation, and I'm not gonna say that it was not hard, because it was, but it was not the worst thing of my life. I am grateful that I am here, and I just, you know, I just want to tell you, like, just take it a day at a time, whether it be cancer or any other sickness that you have, and you need someone to talk to, just feel free, message me, DM me. If I have any advice or like anything I can suggest, I definitely will. But yeah, that's why I'm here, and that's why I wanted to create my channel. And I just want an outlet. Like, don't we all need something to do 2020? Like, I just want to share my life. I just want to let you know that I'm so grateful no matter what. I've been through so many things, and I still find things to be happy about. I still find things to say like, wow, like I'm blessed. And I guess that's it. Like, that's all I have to say. Just stay positive, and just know that it's gonna be okay. Find yourself some puzzles. Diamond art was great. It was so much fun. Now that it's cold, like, you're gonna need some activities to do inside. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, or if you need any advice, or if there's certain like videos that you would like for me to like do as far as like my experience with chemo or things that I have done to make chemo easier for me. My cancer journey, I do have that video coming. I have been vlogging my experience and what I've been through, so that's coming after this video. But if you have any comments or concerns, suggestions, anything you want to see, comment it down below. If you want to join me on this journey and get to know me, subscribe. Again, my name is Zahara. I am so happy you're here, and stay beautiful, stay grateful, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.